Just a second. Okay. I said there are five global variables which are important, four global variables which are important for IBP. Do you remember? Did we discuss global variables?
No, Krishna. You
No,
said
right?
only five, but we didn't discuss regarding the five.
Okay. So generally, you know how to create the data stores for S4 and IBP, right? Shravani? Yeah, at least we are clear with the data store creation, right?
Creating data store, I know that.
Yeah. Importing the objects, tables, Deepa?
No, no, importing, I don't know.
I don't know importing.
Importing objects and tables is not yet teach to me. So you did only till master data flat file integration. That's it. After that, the classes is not happened.
Importing table means you are seeing tables here, right? Do you know how we are getting the tables?
Yes.
Yes, no? Okay. Shravani, when we started creating flat file integration, we have created the file schemas, right? In the
Yes.
same way, when we are doing it for S4 system or direct connectivity systems, right? Like different source system like S4, OData, Oracle, or any database system where data is stored, the data is stored in tables. So that table need to be imported. If you remember, we used to import, we used to create the flat file integration using sample, correct? We used to select the flat file and we used to get the schema, the tables
Yes.
column details. In the same
Yes.
way, when it is S4, in S4 also there will be tables, right? The data, wherever you go in the world, data will be stored in tables. So you are able to see my screen?
Yes, Krishna.
Yeah, great. So for anything, whatever is CA as CADS is an, what is CADS? CADS is an ETL tool. Okay. Whatever is the source, whatever is the target, you need to have the schema of that table, column names of that table, because CADS doesn't have any database system or data is not stored in CADS. Correct? Do we store data here? We don't store the data. We only extract the data. Something like methodology where data will be pulled from source system and pushed into target system. Now let's take an example of our flat file only. In flat file, we used to load product ID, product description, product name. Correct? So this is our flat file. We used to maintain some data. Used to maintain some descriptions. Here also we used to maintain some data, right? This used to be how we used to be creating it in flat file. In flat file as well, you are seeing the data is stored in rows and columns. Column name and the rows are called as a table. This is called a table, product master data table, correct? So like flat file, we have this data. In S4 also, we have it in tables. So what is this table called as? Product master data table.
Okay.
Now, when we are sending the target to target, even in target also we will be loading the data into tables only, right? In the world, wherever you are going to send the data, we are going to send it to the tables only. So in IBP, let's take, we are going to send the data to IBP. IBP also, we are going to send the data into product master data. Clear? Even in product master data of IBP, you will be having these fields: product ID, product description, product name. Clear? Our activity is in CIDS, we need to connect queue and place it in queue product ID field. All the product ID fields and this data, whatever is there, need to be mapped and pushed into IBP. This is what CIDS does. But my question is, as these are S4 is a database system, S4 has its own data, like there is a storage for data in S4. Even in IBP there is storage where the data can be stored, but in CIDS we don't have anything to store the data, right? Now how does CIDS system understand that product queue belongs to product ID and this queue should sit in this product ID field? We should make the system understand, right? It's just a computer. There is nothing else it doesn't have human mind technology to read whatever is there in the table. So what we need to do, we need to clearly help the system to maintain the schema PRDID. So we will not store the data, we only maintain the schema, correct?
Yes, Krishna.
We are clear till here. So to maintain this, when it is a flat file, we made it from scratch, we gave the sample and we gave it from table, correct? If it is a flat file. Now as this is a direct source system, we are not going to import, we are not going to create the file formats from scratch. So how the file format is created here, we that is called as a table import. There is nothing major thing difference in importing the tables. File format is equal to table import when it is direct connectivity system. Understood?
Okay.
Deepa, clear?
Yes, yes, Krishna.
We used to create it from scratch when it is a flat file integration for the schema. But in S4 or IBM systems, we already
You
have
say
their own
that
tables.
you're saying that for file, it is like a file format.
Yes,
We
exactly.
have created from, yeah, from here only we have created on the day, like from table, from XML, like that. Here only file
Yes.
format we did on that day.
So when it is file format as in data store, right? We are going to create it file format. When it is a direct connection, right? We are going to directly import the tables.
Okay.
These tables are not in CIDS. These tables we are belonging to that source system and target system. Yeah. Now what I will do in this table, I want to import Mara table. What I will do here, we used to have one option where we're going to create it from scratch from sample. When you select the first option, right, you'll be having select from scratch, select from
Yes, yes,
uh,
yes.
table. You remember that point, right? When it is coming to S4 or IBP as a direct data store connection, you will be having an option to import object by name
Okay.
or import objects. Here in CIDS, whenever we call it an object, object means table. Clear on that?
Okay, okay, Krishna.
Now what I will do, import object by name, what table. So who will give this document? A functional IBP team will give you FSD document. What is the full form of FSD?
Functional specification document.
Yes. So function in functional specification document, they will give this details. Now what they have said me, go Krishna, go and get a Mara table in this particular data from Mara table. I'll just give that name, table name Mara table, and click on OK. See, Mara table is created. It is imported. So what all these fields we used to create manually, these all column names, right, Shravani? When it is a direct connection, when you import object by direct connection,
Yes,
all the fields of column
yes.
names in that
It will
source
directly
system will
import
be
from
populated
the
here.
table. Yes.
Yeah. Next, likewise, in how you have done for source system, we also need to do it for target system. Now, how we will do it for IBP? Remember, guys, IBP is little different. We need to select the import object table. In insert object table, we have four folders: calculation scenario folder, calendar folder, master data folder, time series folder. Now, first is master data folder. As we are working on master data, we are going to send it to master data folder. In master data folder, we need to select the planning area. So what is planning area? Planning area is something related to IBP. IBP team will be providing you the planning area details as well, to which planning area you need to send. So my planning area is unified planning area, UNIPA. I will select this unified planning area. And if you remember, guys, into what tables of IBP we will be loading the data? Into what tables of IBP we are loading the data? Can you hear me, guys? My question is, Deepa, if you're talking on mute. Into what tables of IBP we are loading the data? Money, Prakash.
I mean, I didn't get your question, Krishna.
So we have a specific tables in IBPs. IBP. To into which table of IBP we are loading the data? Okay, make a note, guys. This is very important. We will be loading the data into staging tables of IBP. Clear?
Copy of original, right?
Yeah. Now you will be having a question. What is this staging table? So in IBP, you will be having product master data original table. This is our original table. Correct? If you directly send data to original table, if there are any rejections, complete system would get crash, right? For that, what the IBP technology SAP has done is they just created a replica, means they just created a table for specifically for CADS, which will be same as the original table. So this is our dummy table. This is original table. This dummy table is called staging table. So we will load data from CADS to this staging table. So once the staging table, once we load the data into staging table, the data will be moved into original table. This is not our activity to move the data into original table. That is system automated work where system will send the data from staging tables to IBP original table. So through CADS, we will be loading data into staging tables of IBP. Deepa, Shravani, Mani, Prakash, clear on this topic?
Yeah, got
Yes,
it. You
yes.
already discussed this point in earlier, so I just forgot.
Yeah.
And also one more thing, Krishna, like in the staging tables, like in the source table, we might have some 20 attributes, but whatever is our requirement, we will be considering only those 5, 6 attributes into the staging table, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, no, I did not get your point.
So staging table is like nothing but the first transform that we kind of drag and drop from the source table, right,
No, no,
Krishna?
no, 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 no.
Hmm?
You're completely working on remember, there is no you whatever you are talking about transform 1, transform 2, transform 3, that is interrelated in CADS. Okay. The target table which you are seeing for the target object with table which you are seeing on CADS, right? That is a
Hmm.
staging table. Direct original tables of IBP are not mapped to CADS.
Okay.
If you see the, let me show you. If you see this, right? Now what I
Yeah.
am doing, unified planning area product. This is my master data. Correct, Shravani? Deepa? Now I want to load the product master data. So Other than product staging tables, we do have original tables. If you see, where is my product? Just a second. I'm not getting product table. Constraint, URM, currency, component, currency to customer, exchange rate, black location. See,
Okay.
this is our original product master data, people. SOPMD underscore UPA under product.
Okay.
Shravani, Deepa, clear? So this is product master data table of IPP. So we should not send the data to original table, because let's say there is some bad data. We need to check that data. If you directly send it to the original table, complete system and planning will get corrupted, and existing planning will get failed. As I
Okay.
said, right? Yesterday, what does IBP do? IBP demand planning does, it will create the future forecast. Let's say we have sent some wrong numbers. Because of that, existing forecast or future forecast will give the wrong results. Correct.
Yes.
For that, what we will do, first we will load the data into staging tables of CADS. This, if you see, the table name itself stage underscore STAG. So we will load into staging tables of IBP the data, and once the data is moved to staging tables as a post processing step, like that is a system activity within IBP, the data from staging tables will move to original tables. And Shravani, you are saying something
No, Krishna. Nothing.
here, right? Do you have any questions?
Krishna, you told first data will be loaded in the staging tables. Immediately after we transfer the data there, it will directly go to the original IBP.
Yes, perfect. Yes.
But if there is any discrepancies in staging table, we can identify.
Yeah, we will get the rejections. So whatever is successful in staging table only will move to the original table. Let me
After the
open
run becomes successful, then it will move to the original
original
IBP.
table.
Okay.
Yes, let me open IBP system and show you. If where we will check the data in IBP, we will be checking it in data integration folder, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
See CRD, this is our job only. ZIBP, CADS, PRD. We ran it on 23rd. So what happened? Total record count is 1600 records of data we have sent. But 37 records are only successful. 1500 records of data is bad data or rejected due to some error.
Okay.
Now what we will do, we will download this rejection file, and we will check why we are getting that rejection, and we will work on that rejections, and we will try to send the original data. Correct? Only these 37 records, whatever you are seeing as successful, will be moved to original tables. Clear?
Yes, Krishna. Clear.
Any doubts on this, Ravani and Deepa?
No, it's clear, Krishna.
Yeah. Now we need to import the staging tables when we are sending the data into IBP. When we are getting out data out of the IBP, that is again a different scenario. We need to get it from the original table. If you want, so let's say now we want to send master data out of IBP. Let's say some customer asked me, I want master data of product master data of IBP and I need it in a flat file. Clear? Now what I will do, I will check the sources IBP. I will not pull the data from staging table. There will not be any data in staging table. We need to pull the data from original table. That is SOPMD product MD will be there, right? I have shown you. From original table, we are going to pull out of data. Clear on this point? When we are pulling the data out of IBP, we are going to use the original table. When we are sending data to IBP, we are going to use the staging table.
Yes, Krishna, clear.
Yeah.
Yes, Krishna, it's clear now.
Yeah. Now this is part of data
Krishna,
stores.
sorry for the
Yeah,
disturb. In the future, in this regarding this, will ask you one interview question, right? Definitely in the interview point of perspective, there will be one question, right? Definitely.
definitely from data stores you will get 20% of questions.
Uh-huh.
If you are working
Okay.
with going to interview, I'll give you
Mhm.
the tips, but majorly data stores they will ask you. So like from where did you pull that data, into what
Uh-huh.
tables you have loading the data. So what all
Mhm.
the so these four options you are seeing in when you are importing it from, what is
And
calculation scenario, where do
mhm.
you load this, what is base planning level, what is why do you select, at what level you will be loading data into IBP transactional data.
And also these are out of IPP and original data will. This is also one point, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
What is the type of connection you have used for IBP? So now what we are using, make a point guys, if you are noting, making a notes. Until last year, we used to use JDBC type of connection. Currently, we are using WebSocket RFC type of connection between CADS and IBP. This will be a mandatory question in any CADS interview. What is the type of connection you are using for IBP and CPADS connection? Now, if you ask me what is a WebSocket RFC, what is JDBC, that is something related to basis. It's a connectivity port, like connecting two systems. They are using a wire. That wire name is JDBC connection and WebSocket RFCs. Initially, they used to use copper wire, that is JDBC. Now they are using golden wire, that is WebSocket RFC. Simple example. Clear on this part?
Yeah. Yeah.
Deepa, if you have any questions, you can ask me from scratch. Shravani, you as well.
Okay.
Okay, Krishna.
And most probably by end of today this flat file thing will be fixed. We are working with that vendor. I already contacted him yesterday. I took the contact from Vijay and I only personally contacted him. He asked for the steps. I just shared the document for that setup. So once that is done, you can also get the credentials and log into the system and start practicing for flat file integration and IBS for integration.
Okay, Krishna.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, before going into CADS, there are two topics here. One is ABAP execution under ABAP execution option. One is generate and execute. One is execute preload. Now, every software system has some coding language, right? Software is something, any system will be written on some coding language like C, C++, Java, Oracle, Java, core Java, advanced Java. There are multiple coding languages in the market. Like that, in SAP also, SAP uses one coding language that is known as ABAP. It stands for Advanced Business Applications Programs, I think, right? Program. programming. Let me check. I never worked on ABAP, but ABAP full form. Advanced business application programming. So this is a programming language. So whatever the SAP system you take, it is S4 system, it is success factor, it is IBP, it is CPIDS, it is some other BPC system, GRC system, whatever the SAP tool you are working with, the back end of the tool will be programmed or written using ABAP language. Clear? ABAP is just a coding language of SAP. Now, we are not an technical consultants to write the ABAP. Now, we don't even know what is ABAP. But when we are retrieving or pulling the data from S4 system to get the best results, let's say you have 10 lakh records coming in. From a source, you are going to get 10 lakh records, example. Sources or flat file or an S4 system, you have 10 lakh records there. Whatever, each row is a record. Now, in IBP, you only want 3 lakh records. You will be doing filtrations and transformations in CADS, right? What you will do, once you get this 10 lakh records, what we are doing, we are writing some filter so that 7 lakh records will be stopped here and only 3 lakhs records will be sent to IBP. Correct? This is the activity of SAP CPIDS. But CIDS is an agent machine and it is a lightweight tool. If you are bringing 10 lakh records into CIDS, it takes at least, to complete all these filtrations and send it to 3 lakh records, it will take at least 20 to 25 minutes for single task. Right? Where there is a time wastage. What we can do is, we can write the filters in CIDS and make them work within S4. And if that happens, if you write filters in CIDS and make them work in S4 by calling that filters, what will happen? Here only these 10 lakh records will be cut short to 3 lakh records. CIDS will only pull required 3 lakh records and send it to IBP as 3 lakh records. Because of this, the complete task will not even take 5 to 6 minutes. Correct? Now, the two uses, if you are seeing here, if you are using the second option, when you are writing the filters in CIDS and working on S4 with that filters, it is time efficient, like you can save the time. And second thing, load. So if you are bringing 10 lakh records onto the server, you know that is an agent machine. If you are, it has very less memory. If you are bringing 10 lakh records, there may be memory outage issue. Like if you use your mobile, or if you say example of your laptop that has 2 GB or 5 GB, if you are getting 10 GB of data into that, it will say that memory is huge, right? No memory. At least example of our phones, if you are having 5 GB or 8 GB 12 GB mobiles, if your gallery is full of photos and videos, if it is crossing 12 GB, you'll getting an example saying that memory is full, clear the space. In the same way, if you are getting 10 lakh records or 15 lakh records, it will be load onto the agent as it has very less memory, and the agent may go down or it may get failed, the task gets failed. Right? If you do the second activity of writing filters in CIDS and cutting down this the 10 lakh records to 3 lakh records within S4, it will also help in reduce the load on CPIDS, because the filtration activity of cutting this 7 lakh records will not happen in CIDS. It will happen within the source system or S4. Clear on these two topics?
Yes, Krishna.
Yes, Krishna, but how to cutting down in S4?
So that is next step. So at least you are, if you are clear with these two,
Yeah,
we'll go to the
up
next.
to it's a clear now.
Shravani, Deepa.
Okay.
Clear, Krishna.
Yeah. Now, One is directly pulling the data through table or anything, and we are going to filter it in within C, and we are going to send it to IBP. Now, second option, that we are writing the filters in CIDS, we are going to make that work in S4 system or source system. That we have an option. If you see here, what is that we call, for that we have two options. First, what are those? ABAP execution options. End of the day, here we are writing it as simple filters, but in the S4 system it should be like ABAP code only, right? Because S4 system only understands ABAP code. Nothing, our simple filters will not be applied there. It should be an ABAP code only. Okay, I'll say you how to do that. We'll just copy this ABAP execution option. So ABAP execution option. Here, before going into how to do this, let's see these two options. One is generate and execute. Next is execute preload. Can anyone give me a difference between these two by seeing the name? Money, Prakash, any idea? Why are these two options used? Yeah, Money and Prakash, please come out of that SQL system ideology,
Yes,
methodology.
yes. Why? Because we are using SQL mostly, and we are
I know it.
me and Rajmani not involved much in development areas, so we are in dollar support only. So yeah,
That's why come out of, I'm saying, no, try to come out that SQL. SQL
yeah, yeah.
is somewhere only used in very little projects. But if you are coming to S4, S4 is 80% of IBP and CPIDS integration are done from S4. Whatever the project you take, S4 is mandate. 80% of IBP or CPIDS implementations will work on S4 only.
Okay, okay.
Mm. Now, if you see the difference by the name itself, you are saying basically on what we are doing, that on what we are working on data. Correct, Shravani? What is the ETL activity? It extracts the data, it transforms the data, it loads the data. Yeah, generate and execute. So I said we are writing filters in CADS. This will work in the source. Whenever you are writing a fresh filter for the first time, you are going to use generate. So you are right, whatever the filter you have written in CADS, that will generate a new code, and it will execute that code, and it will pull the data.
Okay.
That is called as generate and execute. Next is execute preload. So one time you have written a filter, every time there is no need to generate the new code, right? Whatever is there, execute preload. Whatever is the filter written last time when development is done, you will just run the task, but under this execute preload, and data will be pulled with the preload, with the filter already written in this generate execute. So whenever you are writing a new filter, whenever you are getting trying to upload the new filters into the system, we are going to use generate and execute. Whenever you want to pull the, like on a daily basis, when you are pulling the data from production system or quality system, we are going to use execute preload. Clear? Any doubts on this topic? Should I repeat
Yeah,
it?
understood.
Should I repeat it again?
Krishna, you told our filter will not be worked here. We must use ABAP filters, ABAP coding only.
So thing is, within CADS, we will write our filter only. Okay.
Okay.
System will auto generate that report, that code. Let me show you. Simple example. Now what I will do, I'll just take one task. You know how to create task, right? I'll take this task. I'll just open it. What I will do, This is called a standard ABAP. We will discuss this in upcoming classes, what are this in detail. But what I want to show you is how our filter will be converted as code, ABAP code. Now Shravan is saying me, I want product ID, let's say MATNR. MATNR ID equal to 1. How to write that filter?
MATNR equals to single quote.
Perfect. Single quotes. In single quotes, whatever is required, we will write that
Yes.
1 or 2 or 3, whatever is the field data.
Yes.
Correct? Now
Yes.
I'll just in the you remember this is great. Okay. I'll just write 1. Initially, when it is a flat file, what we used to do, just close it and run it, right? Now, let's
Yes.
say we have 1,000 records coming, 1 lakh, as it is S4 system, we may have not 5 records or 10 records, we may have some 10 lakh records also. If you do that filtration in CADS, it will be load onto the system. What I will do, I return this filter. Now I want to make it work in S4 system. For that, I need to generate a report that should be in ABAP language. I don't know ABAP. I don't want to write ABAP because I don't want to learn ABAP. I don't want to be technical consultant. I just wrote how we are rating. Within this box, I have written the filter what I want, and there is an option star mark here. If you click on the star mark, right, load program into SAP application server is the option. Okay, what I will do, I'll click on it and I will just click on OK. What happens here? Automatically, system will generate the ABAP report or ABAP program. So this ABAP program, what is system generating, will have that filter. That product ID is equal to 1. Just a second. What is the issue? Yeah, it is taking some time due to, just a second, let me check why it is. Just a second, guys. Let me get back to you. Now, where is our report? Where did it go? Okay. Let me check first the agent is working fine or not. See if you are able to see my screen. I just wrote a small filter. If you see here, complete report is generated. All the ABAP code for that particular filter or whatever is there is generated. Did we write it? No, right?
No.
It is system generated. This is ABAP code. This is already auto-populated in our S4 system. So whenever I run that job, that filtrations, whatever I have written in CADS, will work on that S4 with this connection and will pull the only required data. See some 600 lines of coding is written.
Sir, this is not about the payload, right? Existing one payload, that is the code, existing code,
Sorry,
right? This is
I didn't get.
um, uh, my question is, this is above report is this is the existing one above code, right? Just they can replicate duplicate one.
No,
The
this is the
system is
original.
this is the original. Okay. Okay.
Nothing
Okay.
duplicate. This will be working in development system. So other point
Hmm?
is we can only use this in development system. So we will be having a code here like ZR3PD DFPDX. We need to give it to the ABAPer in S4 system. So
Uh-huh.
we will discuss this in upcoming classes. But for your question, we will give this code to ABAP team so that they can use promote it from development to quality and production system of S4. So that
Okay.
whenever we are trying to pull the data from production, the same filters will get applied and data will be pulled.
Okay. Okay.
So step by step we'll go. Just we have seen what are data stores and what is for data store and options of ABAP. So in tomorrow's session we will start with again. Most probably if we get flat file, we'll work with flat file and then come back to S4. If not, we will for one day we will see tomorrow with S4 options. By Monday we will get that system access for everyone. Is it clear? Any doubts?
Okay, Krishna.
Okay.
Money, any doubts? Money and Prakash,
No.
please. Okay, come out of that SQL. I know you already almost 2 to 3 years. You already worked on SQL, and it will be like SQL is only the system which works with CIDS. But Out of SQL, there is 90% of CADS.
Yes, Krishna, we are trying to come out of it. But the thing is, like, whenever you say something, we automatically kind of relate to that since we've been doing that for almost like 2+ years now. But we are
I
trying
can
to,
understand it, but now you cannot
yeah.
relate this standard web and custom web execution
Mm,
properties, right? Because end of
mm,
the day, SAP's why we are SAP's ideology is all their old customers from on-premise should come on to IBP cloud system. For that, we
yeah.
need a CAD. That means
Yes.
SAP's own system is core system. In very
Mm,
bad situations, they will be connecting it to Oracle, but major connections will happen from on-premise SAP to cloud of SAP only.
yeah.
Any other questions, guys? We can wrap up for today. Okay, guys, if no questions, we can connect tomorrow. Bye.
Bye,
Shravani,
Krishna.
Krishna.
bye. Everyone is good, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Krishna, you are saying something?
Everything is good, right? We can close for today. Any questions I was asking everyone?
Oh, okay, Krishna. Okay, okay. No questions. Thank you.